Yes, I'm similar to the Thriller in Manila. Honeys call me bigger, the condom filler. Whether it's stiff tongue or stiff dick, Biggie squeeze it to make shit fit. Now check this shit, I got the pack of Rough Riders in the back of the Pathfinder. You know the epilogue by James Todd Smith. I get swift with the lyrical gift. Hit you with the dick, make your kidney shift. Here we go, but I'm not domino. I got the funk flow to make your drawers drop slow. So recognize the dick size in these Coincatch jeans. I wear 13s, know what I mean? I fuck around and hit you with the Hennessy dick. Mess around and go blind, don't get to see shit. The next batter, here to shatter your blatter, it doesn't matter. Skinny or fat or light skinned or black, baby, I drop these. Beneath with my me, screaming, I poppy. I love it when they call me Big Pop, but I only smoke blunts if they roll prop. But look, I got ya caught up with the drunk flow. Fuck taekwondo, I told a fofo. For niggas getting mad cause they bitch chose me. A big black motherfucker with G. You see, all I do is separate the game from the truth. Big bang boots from the Bronx to Bolivia. Getting physical like Olivia Newt. Tricks up my click dick all day with no trivia. So give me a bankroll and a bag of weed. I'm guaranteed to fuck until I nosebleed. Even if your new man's a certified Mac, you get that H down in you. You want that old thing back?
Like B-I-double-T-I-E with some new R-U-L-E. Notorious, known for bustin' in your E-Y-E. Baby, baby, bitches know they love to hate me. How come you come, we're coming back, so maybe. How close we came to coming together is crazy. How come you and your sis facing me the faces? When y'all coming, y'all be crying like I'm killing y'all bitches. I know there's a bigger picture than the camera rolling. Cause I don't think y'all be knowing how this shit's unfolding. Back shots to the rear, got the Mac unloading. Gotta reload like every so often. Saying I got my swagger back, I'm looking like bitch, my swagger never left. Don't be so hard pressed to be impressed by these new rappers. They actors and the fact is, you want that old thing back.
Like Scarface and Bushwick, Willie D, having nightmares, the girls killing me. She mad because what we had didn't last. I'm glad because her cousin let me hit the ass. Fuck the past, let's dwell on the 500 SL, the E and J and ginger ale. The way my pockets swell to the rim with Benjamins. Another hundred's in the crib, please send it in. I fuck non-stop, lick my lips a lot. Used to lick the clips a lot, but licking clips has to stop. Cause y'all don't know how to act when the tongue go down below. Peak the funk flow, really go. I got the cleanest, meanest penis. You never seen it, stroke of genius. So take off your Tim boots and your bodysuit. I mean the spandex and hit my man next. Sex get rougher when they come to the nut buster. Pussy crusher, black nasty motherfucker. I don't chase them, I replace them. And if I'm caressing them, I'm undressing them. Fuck what you heard, who's the best in New York? Fulfilling fantasies without that nigga Mr. Raw. Or tattoo, I got you wrapped around my dick. And when I'm done, I got the split shit.
At JP Morgan Chase, we're proud to
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. I'm pleased to announce the bull market has started. Right? We've been kind of on this, or in this crazy, I'm actually going to turn off these lights. It's too bright in here. 1 second. Too bright in here. Those damn lights are too bright. Anyways, what a couple of weeks. I mean, I don't really have a lot to say other than that. I'm proud to say that we stuck it out for the last 7 months. More or less predicted that we were looking at sideways consolidation and are now continuing higher. We're now seeing the results of all of that analysis we've looked at for, again, the last 7 months. What's up, Colin? How you doing? Market's moving pretty rapid. Yeah, so we're going to talk about that. Alts are so underperforming, it's crazy. That's because they don't move until alt season. We talk about it all the time. Alts are going to underperform Bitcoin until alt season. What's up, Roman? I just took 2% profit on my Bitcoin holdings at 87K. That's awesome. I'll be straight up. I haven't taken any profits yet. I haven't seen a reason to. We just broke out. Short term, we're up 32%. We're probably going to see a pullback. I would imagine we see a pullback here soon. I don't think we're going all the way down to like 70K. I think 80K at this point. And it's kind of funny saying that. And I really didn't know where to start this stream off today. We'll get through all of the analysis we normally get through, but I did want to say a couple things. For those of you that have never seen or been a part of a crypto bull run, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're probably going to do more learning than earning, especially if you're not in like longer term positions. Those of you that are, if you try to out trade the market, you're going to end up losing money or not making as much. Let your positions ride. I'm telling you, the more you try to beat the market's going to beat you. We've just seen in the last 24 hours, the market go up $8,000. Right? We were at 80, then 81, then 82. Now we're at 88. I have a bet with all of the patrons we're going to get to 90 tonight. I think we could get to 92.50 tonight. But all of today, we're up $8,000. There's nothing that... I mean, look, I came out earlier today and I was like, look, on the 1 hour, we're overbought. It looks like we needed some cool off this morning at least, right? We had a couple of things. I just wanted to run through that. Why I took a very small short. We had bearish divergences here. We also had them. So we had them here and then we had them here. I took the trade here. Ended up obviously losing on it. Very small risk, so not a huge deal. But we're back into a bull run. We haven't seen this price action in 4 years. So if you're wondering what the hell is going on, this makes no sense. We're overbought. We have divergences. We just keep going higher. This is parabolic price action. We've been talking about this for months, that this is what we're going to get, what we're going to expect. And at some point, you just got to put the indicators away and really just keep an eye on the weekly and the monthly. Yeah, DCA out all the way to 150K. Been 2 cycles, not going to miss taking profits this time. Yeah, that makes sense. Jason Spooner, bearer. I am not bearish. Pigeon, my boy, what's good? It's fucking time, dude. It's fucking about time. It is about time. Crazy Bitcoin, isn't it? Hey, Roman, crazy Bitcoin, isn't it? It's just going. Yeah, we're in parabolic. We are officially back into parabolic mode. My best advice for anyone new to trading is just don't do it. Just buy spot bags. I would say at this point, yes. I would say at this point, if you want to make the most money you can, just buy spot and let it ride. I wouldn't say buy Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin's up 30% in the last 5 days. You said, "Oh, bearer of bad news." Yeah, I meant for new people. Guys, new people, you're probably not going to make a whole lot of money this cycle because you're going to try and do too much. This is insanely exciting. I know. I've been waiting for this day. There's 537 of you here. I'm going to give another 5 minutes to really get into analysis. I want to give everyone a chance to get in here. But for those of you that have been here for a while, or you've been following me for a while, maybe you followed some of the advice or analysis I've posted. We literally bought this whole zone. Like, quite literally, this whole entire box we bought. Right? I stopped buying as soon as we broke like 25K, the 25K resistance. That goes for Ethereum. That goes for Link. That goes for Tau. That goes for everything. Everything was bought. Well, I'd say like 80% of everything was bought in that box. And it's awesome to see that it's finally, I mean, it's been paying off the whole time, let's be honest, but I mean, we're up a ridiculous amount. Very, very, very excited for what's coming. Super cool. We are full bull. Don't pay for leverage trade calls from Roman, though. He continuously tries to short. Okay. So we have someone that doesn't understand how lower time frame trading works, but that's okay. Speaking of lower time frame trading, I'm on week 3. So the first 2 weeks we were slightly profitable. This week I'm actually slightly red because yes, I did try to short. But awesome. Kind of weird that you're saying that because last week we ended up taking a lot of shorts and most of them were profitable. What alts is everyone picking up? I want some alt spot. I would wait for a correction before you do anything. That's what I would do personally. I actually am going to check something real quick. Because I'm looking at like Sand, Mana, and Fetch. Like some of the coins that haven't moved. So that when we do correct, you know, those are even lower than they are now. Because there are coins that haven't moved. And for a lot of people, you're like, oh, I'm only going to buy the ones that move. I wouldn't do that. You want to buy the ones that have not moved. Dude, how the hell do you switch YouTube accounts? Okay. I'm gonna move this. What is happening? All right, there we go. 6:22. You know, I'm gonna give it another couple minutes, and then we will get into the majority of the analysis I want to talk about. I really want to talk about what you guys should be expecting. There we go. It was lower time frame trains and experimenting. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it's... Look, some people just don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't know. Look, it's experimental. I'm trying to see if I'm testing a new system, and so far it's been working. We're making a lot of mistakes that are pretty easy to learn from, but, you know, you can continue to show hatred, whatever you want. Doesn't matter to me. I really want to talk. I need to do this. All right. Should be good. Sorry, I was just double checking something. Kind of funny, when the markets turn green, the stream chat fills. When the market is boring, there are way less people watching. Yeah. Pretty wild. Yeah, on Twitter we have 750 viewers right now, so it is fun. I mean, look, this is... Everything's moving, everything's going up. People see green, so they think they can make money. When there were a large majority of us that dealt with all the boring market movement and are in much lower and are just raking in the gains at this point. Danny D, happy to be here with you in the bear market. Happy to be here now. Awesome, man. I'm happy you're here. So, all right, let's get today going. For those of you, I'm going to answer this. Looking a bit unlikely. 90K will hit. Daily closing soon. Not saying we won't hit 90K tomorrow. Oh, yeah, that's right. The daily closes at 7 p.m. Eastern. What is it, like 5 almost? Almost 5. Yeah, probably tonight. Tonight meaning like 8 to 10 Eastern, I think. I mean, we're at 88. We could quite literally shoot up. I just want to look at the 15 real quick. I mean, we could do it. We could shoot up again. God, look at this 1 hour, dude. This is crazy. Yeah, we haven't seen this since 2020. Absolute crazy. And speaking of, so I'm going to give you guys a couple helpful hints. All right. If you're sitting here right now and you're like, what do I do? I don't have anything. Or you're underexposed, or you feel underexposed, or you want to buy, or you feel like you're going to miss the bull run. Okay, there's 2 realities you're going to need to face. Okay? And this is a learning lesson for you in the future. 1, you never buy an asset that's at all-time highs. That is rule number 1 in any sort of investment. You never buy an asset at all-time highs. 2, where were you when all of this was going on? Right? That's where you want to take advantage of buying. You don't want to take it, like, honestly, yes, you could have bought some up here, but really anything below 30K, that was free money. So, wanted to rule that out, right? If you're sitting here like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm underexposed, or I don't own anything. You need to take a fucking deep breath. Because if you make the mistake of buying now and we don't go any higher, you just bought the top, and honestly, at this point, your risk is much higher than your reward. I know you're going to go on Twitter and on YouTube, and you're going to see someone calling for a $500,000 Bitcoin by 2026, and you're going to get all excited, and you're going to buy here. Because you're like, oh, maybe we go to 0, or maybe we go to 500K and I make a 5X or whatever, a 6X. And that's great, but generally speaking, most of those calls are complete bullshit just for engagement. We are at what looks like or at or near a local high. I mean, look at the daily RSI, right? Typically, RSI tops out at 90 before seeing correction. I mean, we're almost there. Let's even do this. We're at 84. Okay, so let's say we hit 90 to 92,000. You buy now. And then we see a 20% retracement all the way to 76. How stupid are you going to feel? Right? I'm trying to help you avoid that. So look, if you're like, oh my God, Bitcoin's pumping, Bitcoin's up, Ethereum's pumping, Tao's pumping, whatever it is, just be patient. You missed out on buying for the last 2.5 years, and that's on you, but there are some solutions for you. What you should be looking at right now, you shouldn't be going, oh my God, Crow's up 65%. I need to buy that right now. No, you don't. This is not the coin you buy. What I want you to do is go to Sand or Mana. Go to the weekly chart. Anything that looks like this is what you buy. And you're going to look at me and go, oh, well, that hasn't moved. It won't ever move. It's never going to do anything. I hate to break this to you. They all are going to move. Money is going to rotate into each one of these alts during alt season like it always does, and now's your chance to buy low, or at least spot low. Right? And I also hate to break this to you, but there's only been like a handful of alts that have moved at all. It's been Doge, it's been Crow, ICP's barely moved. BNB, yes, BNB's done well, but it hasn't broken out of its range yet. Fetch is Fetch is new, so we won't cover that. Ethereum, Ethereum's doing better. Right, Ethereum's trying to break out. You could even buy some Ethereum. You could buy some Link. Link's barely moved, and Link just broke out as well. Plan B has a nice projection, but that is only best case scenario with hardly any pullback. Dude, fuck Plan B. Guy's a clown. The gains were made by choices making 1+ year ago. Feels good to finally get the reward from all this patience. Yeah, I'd agree. Take notes, people. He's actually saving your life with advice. I wish I knew him in 2020. Please heed these warnings. Oh, I appreciate it. Look, after the warnings, I'm going to go through the price action, but I have to cover this first. And also, for those of you that are in profit, because I know there's a lot of you that took the advice at the end of 2022, the beginning of 2023, and you were like, all right, I might start buying too, right? At this point in the game, we have, I want to say between 4 and 12 months, but it's probably like 6 to 8 months realistically. Somewhere between 4 and 12 months. I know that's a big window. If I got to make the target smaller, it's 6 to 8 months from now. You're likely going to see the top. At least for Bitcoin, maybe we'll have an alt season by then, I'm not sure. The bull market is not as long as you think it is. And at this point, I know a lot of you are excited, you're euphoric, your portfolios are up a ridiculous amount. They're going to continue to go up. But have a take profit strategy. Right? Either make it a price point or make it a certain point or say, hey, what are the prior, what are the prior indications of like a bull market top? And I can show you a couple, right? You look at the BitMEX. I don't know what all this crap is, so we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay. You look at the BitMEX chart. This is Bitcoin's entire life, right? I don't think I need to expand it anymore. You guys get the point. This is Bitcoin's entire life. The monthly RSI generally tops out between 92 and 97. I'm putting a conservative target at about 80 to 89. I think once we get to 80, 89 RSI, we're going to be in the 120s, 130s, 140s. That's where I want to sell. That's where I want to at least sell half of my Bitcoin portfolio, if not a lot of my alts. Like if Tau is at $3,000 and Bitcoin's at 90, probably going to sell a lot of my stuff. Right. So speaking of, these are the indications you want to watch to sell your spot. You also want to look for bearish divergences in RSI. Last bull run, look, I know we had another chance at the top, but I don't think we will this time. What started happening after 40K? At 40K, we started making bearish divergences all the way to 60. Right, that's another longer term indication that profit taking should be happening really. I mean, I would be if I did this perfect, I would have been out fully by 58K. Unfortunately, I kind of not like panic sold because I was up a bunch of money. I just didn't want to give any back. I was fully out by 53K. Another thing, don't worry about the top. If you're up 10x over a 2 to 4 year period, you just outperformed just about every financial institution in the world. Right? Especially if you're on long-term capital gains. My crow bag is up a lot. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm holding my crow. My crow's up a lot. Now it's up 80%. Pretty amazing. But, I know some of you, again, you're like, oh, this is alt season. Like, look at alts. This is not alt season. We're not even close to alt season. This is just a couple of alts doing well, a couple of alts playing catch up that should be doing well. Also, Crow's going to do well because of crypto.com. Same with BNB. Same with what are one of the other exchange tokens? Same with BNB, there's Crow. BGB, like Bitget's coin, will probably do pretty well. Let's see. Wow, what a wild dump. But BGB's doing pretty well. Wow, BGB's up a lot, actually, this year. For the last 2 years, BGB's been doing really well. But okay, we went through the depressing stuff. At some point you're going to take profits, whatever. Let's talk about the fun stuff. So I'm going to go back to 2022 and show you guys a couple of things. Right? So a couple of keynotes. We remained overbought for almost an entire month from October to November. Personally, I think we could do it now for a month. We're probably like a month behind of normal schedule. What if it goes to 350K and we're all out by 125K? Then you're out by 125K. I don't know what to tell you. If you think that you're going to be the mastermind, top collar, bottom buyer type guy, you're just wrong. That's like you're better off going out and buying a lottery ticket. I mean, at some point you have to look at your portfolio and say, am I satisfied with my profits? if you play this greedy game, it's going to end up biting you in the ass harder than you can imagine. Like, I can't even tell you my first cycle, there were coins I was up a ridiculous amount and never took profits, and I rode them all the way into a loss. And that feeling is the worst feeling on planet Earth. Yeah, you could do a DCA sell. So, all right, a couple things with 2022. We quite literally had an up-only chart from the breakout of, I'd say, 12,000. Unfortunately, with 2020, we did have a nice swing trade set up in here. Unfortunately, now we're kind of pumping off the narrative of Trump getting elected. The news, narrative, fundamentals, whatever you want to call it. If you don't believe me, look what happened right after Trump was elected. A lot of this pump is deriving from that. I think it's rallying, regime change. I think the markets know that money is going to start pouring in. I think, especially if you're an investment institution, like you're deploying capital now. You're like, oh, wait, Trump's getting in. He's going to tax us less. He's going to give us more opportunity. The economy's going to do better. So a lot of this pump, guys, if you're sitting there and you're scratching your head, like, what happened? Why aren't we in this? Why aren't we doing this? It's because of a news-based pump. Like, I'm not saying it's going to retrace. I don't think it will. But this is getting kicked off of narratives. Plus, you have the ETF buying and Michael Saylor buying a shit ton. What's up? Yes, sir. How's it going? I'm doing well. Doing very well. It's all right. 2020. What happened? It was basically up only to 40K. We had one period of correction sideways. That was over Thanksgiving. I believe the week of Thanksgiving, we actually broke all-time highs briefly and then came all the way back down. If you see something like this, that's your chance to scoop some stuff up, especially like if Ethereum corrects or Link corrects, Solana corrects. That's what you're looking for, right? I wouldn't necessarily buy Bitcoin at all-time highs. I would buy other coins that are underperforming because, again, eventually liquidity is going to come to them. Enjoying the numbers after the long wait. You and me both, my friend. You and me both. See, like earlier today, Tao was like a perfect example of this. Like Bitcoin's been going up all day with minor pullbacks. And yeah, you could argue like Tao's been going up as well, but it's not retaining the same value. Right? Same thing with Ethereum. I guess Ethereum is doing really well, so forget that. Solana's doing very well. I mean, Bitcoin dominance is still almost all the way back to its prior high. So we're not even close to alt season yet. I heard you mention Tau at 3K, Bitcoin at 90. You'd sell every... No, I'm not selling Bitcoin at 90K. No, I won't sell Bitcoin until I get indications to sell. And that would be strictly looking at the monthly and the weekly chart. Like, if you go to Bitcoin's monthly and you look for... open up the BitMEX chart, I believe. This is... Oh, Bitstamp. My apologies. Every cycle high... I'll even do this for you guys so you can see. Each cycle high. Do this. I mean, look where the RSI value is. At or near 90. So, you know, we hit 90, you're probably looking somewhere between here and here. All the way up to 90, 88, 90, whatever. I mean, that's... Okay, sorry, this is logarithmic. I don't think 200K. I think 122 to maybe 180. Right? 90 RSI. If someone knows how to do a measured move, that'd be great, but... 89.7 is the first fib level to watch. Wouldn't be surprised if the local top would form around this level. You're probably right, but it's hard to use fibs when we're in price discovery. It's really, really hard to do that. Plus, we did technically have 7 months of consolidation. We could go much higher very quickly as well. Opinion on Sol? I brought it up a couple months ago. It looked like it was consolidating nicely. Now it's breaking out. Tau could possibly go to 7 to 10K. I don't think I ever said that. Do you still hold this position, or is 3K your more realistic expected target? Sorry, it's a bit of a fortune teller. If Tau hits $3,000, I'll make $500,000 on my investment. I'm probably gonna sell it all. I'll make over $500,000. I'll probably sell it. Pi cycle top is also good. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, again, this is where I'm saying if you're satisfied with your profits, take them. Look, if I wake up one morning and Tau's at 6K, I don't care what is on the weekly. I don't care what Bitcoin looks like. I'm selling it. I mean, that's maybe a bad example. But if okay, let's say I wake up tomorrow and Bitcoin's at 150K. I'm selling at least 50% of my spot position. I don't care what the monthly looks like. I don't care what the weekly looks like. I don't care what anything looks like. I don't care if there's a fucking golden goose taking shit on my yard and it's all gold and it's right there. I don't care. I'm selling my Bitcoin spot. I don't care. I'm not being greedy. Like my Bitcoin spot would be almost a 10x from where I bought. Like a 7, 6, 7, 8x, somewhere around there. The same goes for Link. If I wake up tomorrow and Link's at $100, I'm probably selling 50 to 75% of it. Right off the rip. What about new coins like SUI, SUI? I don't care about any of that. Not that I don't care, I never bought any of it. Price, discovery, fib, extension levels are kind of all the levels you get. Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just like, it's harder to determine resistance when you're in price discovery, even with fibs. Not bad. I understand exactly where you're coming from. Yeah, I mean, at some point you have to look at your, like, if let's say you put in $1,000 in your portfolio, and let's say 6 months from now your $1,000 is worth 25 to 30,000, right? Put that in perspective. You have literally 30x your portfolio. If you don't take profits on that, you're an idiot. Like, you are straight up 100% an idiot. I know you're going to see all the stories on Twitter and all the bullshit that's like, oh, you could make 100x and 1,000x and a million gajillion x. Like, fuck all that. Take profits. I am telling you right now, the biggest piece of advice I can give you is take profits. If you bought it at 16K, it makes sense to at least take initial investment out right now, just in my opinion. Why? We just had a 7-month consolidation period and we just broke out. That, I mean, we are quite literally in the most bullish scenario, especially for continuation. I am not interested in selling right now. And it's not even like an ego thing. It's just, I'm looking at the chart. You had large upward move, consolidation, breakout. We'll probably get some pullback and continue higher. I mean, 7 months of consolidation. We brought weekly RSI all the way back below 50 without losing a whole lot of value. Just broke 1,000 viewers on Twitter. It's nice to see all of you here. I haven't live streamed for the last 2 weeks. I've just been busy. I was out of town. For the last time. And with the election last week, I just figured everything would be too hectic. Market analysis wasn't worth it. 100K easily before the end of the year. I hope so. That'd be nice. But all right, let's do just a quick run through of the analysis we normally talk about. So it's only Monday, so it's hard to hard to call this. Dude, I'll tell you what, one thing, man. I'm taking these profits and throwing this microphone. I'm going to take a video of me breaking this. This microphone is a piece of shit. I'm going to take it and I'm going to smash it on the ground and buy a new one. I'm so sick of this thing. So, S&P. Guys, we got the Trump pump. We have a little bit of an issue with some bearish divergences forming here. But even if they play out, I think we just consolidate, continue higher. I just don't see a world where we don't just continue higher. Everything is bullish. New president, new regime. I think the economy is going to bounce back a little bit. Rates are coming down. Capital is being deployed. It's happening. The dollar, and I know for a lot of you, you're like, oh, the dollar, it's going up. And I'll be real with you. The dollar's going up because, this isn't the only reason, but I'm giving an example here. Russia came out last week after it was announced that Trump was elected and said, we're going to continue to use the dollar. We're going to continue to use the dollar standard. That's going to make the dollar increase in value. So I am unsure about the dollar and its macro capability at the moment. I think the dollar is gaining value because the rest of the world sees, again, Trump being elected. This is part of the Trump pump. And, hopefully it goes back down and we see that carry assets higher. But ultimately, if the dollar wants to keep pumping with Bitcoin, I'm fine with that. I've wondered when you'll buy a new microphone. I'm just being a lazy piece of shit. Part of it's because, we actually have 3 homes we're trying to narrow down unless they get bought. And I'm literally throwing away, other than my computer, the bed, and like a couple other things, I'm throwing everything out. Like, we're gonna take it and I'm gonna chuck it off a cliff if I have to. Like, I'm throwing everything out. I don't want any of this shit. Like, the dog bed right here, we'll keep that. But like all of this, like the microphone, like some of this shit, like I'm just throwing it out. Right? Out with the old, in with the new. So once I have that house set up, office set up, I'll get a microphone that fits that desk. I might get something that like you can attach to the ceiling and like move around. I'm not sure. But yeah, new microphone, new everything. Probably a new computer as well. My computer's great. It'd be great as a backup, or I could use it to mine Ethereum or something. I don't know, or Link or whatever. But but it would be nice to get new computer, 2 big matching screens. Like I have 1 big screen here and 1 smaller screen here. Plus we need a lot of furniture. We're probably gonna spend like 30 to 50 grand on furniture. The mic has been a topic of the stream for a while now. I mean, I'm glad it works. Plus it's like this thing has lasted me. Like I started streaming during the bear market. I feel like the life of the microphone has to go through this bull market, and then when we all take profits, I take the microphone. Look, I'll tell you this. Instead of going on Twitter and saying like, hey guys, I'm taking profits, I'm just going to post a video of me smashing the microphone. And for those that get it, if you know type scenario, right? You see the video, you're like, oh, I know what's going on. He's taking profits. Mining ain't worth anymore. Yeah, I mean, 21:9 monitors are ultra wide are great. I have like a $1,200 like 36-inch 200 frames a second monitor in front of me, dude. It's awesome. It's pretty sick. All right, total charts. Total going for the all-time high. This is awesome, dude. I mean, it does not get any more bullish than this. So the people who follow know the mic plan, dude. I think we do it. Like, maybe I'll come out and say like, hey guys, I'm selling, but first I'm going to post a video of me smashing the microphone. If you get it, you get it. Hold on 1 second. Loki's squeaking his ball really loud. Funny ass dog. But total 1, total 2, and total 3 all broke. Macro structure, the upside. Again, if you're like, why aren't alts moving? We're not in alt season. It'll likely happen over the next 4 to 6 months. Hopefully. But every total chart is broken. The kind of macro consolidation, sideways, asinine pattern we've had for the last 7 months. Waiting for these to continue higher, but ultimately it's not going to happen until Bitcoin dominance shifts. So I'm going to say it right off the rip. Bitcoin dominance broke a major weekly level that held as support, broke down, and is now breaking out, retesting, continuing higher. If you're asking me like what level Bitcoin dominance could go to before we see something catastrophic happen and get alt season, I'm unsure. But what I do know is, let's say we get all the way to, let's just say for shits and giggles, we get all the way to here, and then we deviate through it, that'll be the start of alt season. Or, let's say we kind of dance around up here or whatever and lose this level. Alt season. That's when alt seasons. I mean, really, alt season starts like when you top, but that confirms alt season. So maybe we do something like that, but until we lose a major level, we cannot confirm alt season. There's going to be days where you have a coin like Crow that goes up 75%. That's going to happen, right? Predicting that is almost impossible. So, you know, if you weren't with us, if you weren't with us a year or two ago buying Crow, I don't know what to tell you, right? Don't chase the charts that are up 100% today or 100% this week or 100% whatever. You want to buy the ones that haven't moved a whole lot. So I'm going to, last but not least, let's look at Bitcoin. You know, honestly, guys, it's super bullish. But that doesn't mean you should buy right now. Like, I'd argue this is probably the worst time you could possibly buy. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, but you're expecting 120K or you're expecting this. Yeah, I'm expecting that. I'm not saying it's going to happen. And two, let's say you bought this minute and tomorrow we dump all the way back down to 76. And we continue in this sideways range and RSI does one of these. Or excuse me, one of these where we get bullish divergences and you could have bought lower. Or what if we range for a month and at the end of the range we get a nice little double bottom? Could have bought there. Buying at all-time highs is the dumbest thing that you can possibly do. Please do not do that. Wait for a correction. Look, if we go to 120K tomorrow, that sucks. That's just the chance that you're going to have to take. You need to wait for a correction. Yeah, the best part of the bull market is waking up to the random 30% pumps from coins that never moved before and you never gave up. Oh, and you've given up on. But you didn't sell them, right? Because like Crow, for example, let me check when I bought Crow real quick. God, my Crow is doing so well. So I bought Crow back when it was 0.065. It is now, I think, 0.065. Let me just double check. I think I actually have it circled on the chart. I know we bought it somewhere in this area. I know that for a fact. We bought it somewhere in this area. We saw the bullish divergences between, what was it, these 2 points? We ended up going a little lower than pumping. That obviously, whatever. And now we're shooting up. I think it was 0.065. That was 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago. So, you know, on something like that, and this is where some of you new people could learn something. Buy shit when it's low, because now you'd be up a ton of money. Yeah, back to Bitcoin. Let's look at the hourly charts real quick. I just want to see if there's any discrepancy. No bearish divergences on the daily, but definitely getting overheated. 4 hours very overheated. I mean, the 4 hour is the fuck. 4 hour is almost maxed out. You guys are wondering what I'm looking at? I'm looking at this. Where's the highest peak we've been? Maxed out is 91. We're at 88 before we generally see a pullback. We're getting closer. And let's see the 1 hour. So yeah, nothing bearish on the 1 hour. I mean, I'd really like to see this, where we get that. Right. SF reclaim, that'd be nice. Good little short down to 80K. It'd be a quick short though. It's not gonna last like days. It'll probably last a couple hours. Like I remember, let me go to this in 2020 and then I'll call it a day here. But some of these pullbacks in 2020 literally lasted hours. Like I'll show you a couple. A good one is this one. Like I remember this. Like we dumped really hard back to like 28K and then immediately got bought back up. There were a couple in here as well. There's also a big one at like 52,000 that got bought up. Now, yes, we kept continuing lower, but they get bought up super fast. Or I guess can get bought up super fast. Right, guys, I'm going to call it there. I got to walk the dog before it gets dark. With all that said, there's 1,200 of you here. Appreciate you being here. For those that stuck through the bear market with me and everyone else, thank you. Your hard work will pay off if it already isn't. So, more to come. The market continues to be chaotic. I will live stream more, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, especially during alt season, right? We'll go through alt requests. We'll go through alt setups and maybe do live trades here. But for now, it's Bitcoin's the show. So, hopefully learn something new. You guys all take it easy. Remember, be patient, use risk management, and good luck trading.